don't use public Wi-Fi was actually sensible advice in 2010. But since then, a lot of things have changed. And so we need to recalculate the advice that we're giving to everyday people in order to keep them safe.
Now, are you worried about joining public Wi-Fi? Do you have a fear that your data is going to be stolen if you do so? Do you think changing your password often will keep your account safe from hackers? Well, those are two of the common misconceptions spread by what is called hack law, hacking myths that need to be debunked. Now, a group of experts have written an open letter that aims to correct a set of persistent myths about digital hacking risks to everyday people and small businesses. The letter is a brainchild of Bob Lord, who has been cybersecurity chief at places like Twitter, Yahoo, as well as the US Democratic National Committee after the 2016 hacks. And Bob joins me now. Bob, good afternoon.
Hey, good day.
Thanks for joining us. Look, I was so happy to see this letter because this hack law seems so persistent. But let's get straight into it. You've set out a list in this open letter of outdated advice. So let's pick up topic number one. This advice of avoiding public Wi-Fi. You're saying actually this shouldn't really be the top of your priority list if you want to stay safe.
Yeah, that's right. So, what we wanted to do is really target some of this advice that needed to be retired. Some of this advice had a germ of truth back in the day, and don't use public Wi-Fi was actually sensible advice in 2010. But since then, a lot of things have changed. And so we need to recalculate the advice that we're giving to everyday people in order to keep them safe. Back in 2010, you would find that websites would not encrypt all of their traffic. They would encrypt the traffic that was just for your login credentials. Just when you were typing your name and password, that was encrypted, but almost nothing else was. So in 2010, people really could snoop on your connections in the cafe and in other places. That's all changed. Now, when I tap my own network, because that's what I consider fun, 100% of my iPhone traffic is encrypted, and 99.9 something or another percentage of my laptop connections are encrypted. And so we need to start recalculating the advice that we give based on the changes in the technology, but also how the scammers work.
What about the trend of using VPN services, virtual private networks, when using public Wi-Fi? What are your thoughts on that? Would you recommend people continue to do so? Is it safe to do so?
Yeah, so you'll notice that the advice is often chained together. So the advice will be something like, avoid public Wi-Fi. And then if you have to use public Wi-Fi, for God's sakes, do not do any financial transactions. Don't log into your bank. Don't do any online shopping. But if you have to do that, then use a reputable VPN service. Mm-hmm. Now, they never really define what reputable is. So that's one of the problems. But again, a lot of the advertising that you see, and there's a lot of advertising for VPN services. It's on podcasts, it's on websites, it's on YouTube videos. So there's just so much advertising that it's really hard to separate fact from fiction. The reality is that there is, for some people who are high-risk individuals, there is some residual risk. So I mentioned 99.9 something or another. It's not 100. So there is some residual risk. What VPNs do, however, is not solve the problem, they move the problem. So if you think that somebody may be eavesdropping in on that remaining residual set of connections, all you're doing is moving that risk from your local network to the VPN provider. So I personally, for the average person who's just trying to not get hacked, I don't recommend a VPN.
You also recommend never scan QR codes. Now, I've done a couple of scam shows where we have had evidence of people putting malicious QR codes, sort of distributing them on various posters and perhaps on offers and emails such as online. Why are you saying that the advice of never scan QR codes is a bad one when we know people have used QR codes maliciously? Why are you saying, look, this isn't really a problem?
Right. So we have a website which is called hacklore.org. And so we have a little bit more information about it there. But the basic idea is we want to separate what is possible from what is probable.
Yeah.
And when we take a look at the ways that most people are compromised, it has to do more with things like password reuse than it does scanning QR codes. The other thing we should try to do is separate the method of delivery for a scam from the method of intrusion. And so you can get scammed through any sort of mechanism. So internet search results, for example, you can get an email, you can get a text message, you can get scams in the mail, you can get scams from all sorts of places, including QR codes. And so QR codes are new and they do have some interesting characteristics, but your odds are far greater that you're going to have your accounts compromised based on the ways that you've set up your passwords and whether or not you've updated your software, far more than with QR codes.
Okay.
Having said that, you need to be vigilant through all of these communication systems. And I don't have to teach you about how the scams work around the sense of urgency and the call to action and the time sensitivities and the things that get your lower brainstem involved. But that it doesn't just come through QR codes.
Yeah,
we really just need to focus on the scams in general.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk at length the deeper psychology that sits behind even the most basic scams of urging you to do something with time pressure, etc. But let's quickly just run through, only because we're running out of time. But I'm going to give the web address for people to go and read the open letter with the advice at their leisure. But let's quickly look at the steps that you tell people. These are really, really important steps that you should take to avoid getting yourself hacked. Some really obvious ones, but important ones to remind people. Update all your equipment, your applications, your hardware. Make sure that you have downloaded the latest updates. We always talk about setting up multi-factor authentication, two-factor authentication. Use a password manager. But I want to get to this one, which I think is so important. I've spoken about it now for a few years. I feel like I'm shouting out into the wind. But you say use passphrases. Let's stop thinking about passwords, but think about passphrases. Why are passphrases so much more safe than passwords?
Yeah, so let's talk about the ways that the criminals work. So one of the things that they'll do is they'll try to break into various services. Not every service has the ability to hire a world-class security team. And if they're able to steal some of the user files, then they're able to go and crack those passwords. The longer the password is, the longer it takes to crack. And some of them, if it's more than 16 characters, it's just not possible to crack your password in your lifetime. So the length is a major characteristic. The other one that everyone should think about is making sure they're unique. So if you reuse your passwords from place to place, if it's ever compromised in any way through any mechanism, including phishing you or hacking into the website, if you've reused your password, they are then able to, through automated mechanisms, log into all of your other sites that use that password.
Okay.
So that's a tall order. That's why the password manager advice exists.
Bob, thank you as ever. I hope we get to speak again. I think there's much more to be learned here as well. Bob Lord, thank you for your time, cybersecurity chief there. You can find this open letter with all the advice included and all the topics that Bob and I just spoke about by visiting hacklore.org. Hacklore, HACKLORE.org. The open letter is there on the front page, so you're going to be able to read it, and please do follow that advice. Really, it's not difficult to get yourself nice and secure.